Welcome back. We're under caution for the 5th time today, and this time it is Bobby Gerhart, 5-time winner of this race. Doesn't look like he's going to be making it 6. Again, just before we went to commercial break, we apologize. We had some audio issues. We believe those are fixed now, so we are going to see the safety crews attend to Bobby Gerhart. Take a look at what happened.
We saw Bobby slowing down there, not able to keep up with that pack, and look, his right front tire goes. You can see the debris fly and the rubber. Bobby makes pretty hard contact with the outside safer barrier, and then as he coasted down to the inside of the racetrack, somebody came by on the inside of him extremely fast.
Really close. Now remember, Bobby Gerhart had a fracture in his neck from Pocono
last year.
Yeah.
And so limited time in the race car. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, year before last.
Yeah.
Right here is that car going by, Phil.
Bobby's coming by, just barely avoids Bobby, and that
was very close.
Looked like maybe the 23 is what that looked like. That might have been.
Larry Hollenbach had slowed a bit. He was dropping back, but that, again, the safety crews are working to get Bobby Gerhart out of that race car. Sure. Cautious pulling him out as we look back at what's taken place here after 63 of our 80 laps. James Busher is out in front. Now, an interesting statistic: the last 4 races, the driver leading with 20 to go ends up winning the race.
Look at this sun we're getting ready to go into right here, and this is, you know, getting better than it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's good now compared to what it was.
Behind the grandstands now, basically.
So 5 cautions, 32 laps of caution. Again, this is a 80-lap race, and we still have 17 to go.
Average speed down just a little bit there, 101 mile an hour. So, and the pace car runs 70, I guess. You know, you think about that 55 mile an hour pit road, which sounds so slow, but that's like standing beside your car on the interstate.
Yeah, the highway, yeah.
They're going by plenty fast.
Jim Trado.
You're having a Coca-Cola with Billy Venturini. A lot of discussion during this caution, Billy. You guys are back on the pylon, back on the lead lap with Joey Logano, your driver. What's been the discussion? I understand Justin Lofton's crew is awfully interested in working with you.
Well, I think the 6 and the 25 seem to be the 2 strongest cars. Unfortunately, the 8, which was supposed to be our partner, they got tore up, and they looked really strong too. But I'm hoping that Home Depot Toyota, our goal is to win the race for Joe Gibbs Racing, and hopefully we can do that. But the 6 has been strong, and then to run second to him wouldn't be, I guess there's no shame in that, but we come here to win. So we're going to do the best we can.
Now, in terms of the draft, you guys have it figured out. Are you going to stay with them? Are you playing a little pool here, a little gamble with what you're telling the 6?
I think we'll probably end up working together, because we probably need each other a little bit right now, because we're running 3rd and 4th. We're not running 1st and 2nd. So, you know, maybe we might have to get up in that 1st and 2nd spot if we can. I mean, 32 strong, 2 and 60s had a solid run today. Maybe we get the 1st and 2nd, then have to figure it out from there. But we came here to win, and we're going to do what we can to try to do that.
Sounds like they'll work for a while, but maybe not for the Checkers, guys.
And remember, Justin Lofton won last year at Michigan.
There,
see Bobby Gerhart, that's a great shot right there. Bobby walking around, looking at his car and limping just a little bit. That was a pretty hard shot against that outside wall, Kenny.
Yes, it was. Hard hit.
Come from the bottom of the racetrack all the way up, cutting that right front tire and into the outside safer barrier. Obviously, technology has helped safety, but again, when you're going 190 miles an hour and you hit something, it's probably going to hurt. So we're under our 5th caution. Fans excited to see the checkered flags come out here for the ARCA RE/MAX Series. Top 10, and when you're still out on the racetrack and your car is in that good of condition, who knows what's going to happen. Green flag back in the air. They're all chasing James Busher. Patrick Shelter runs 2nd. Justin Lofton is 3rd. Joey Logano 4th. And John West Townley is 5th. Our 9-time champion Frank Kimmel running 6th. Ken Weaver is 7th. Larry Hollenbach 8th. Daryl Basham is 9th. And John Ferrier is 10th.
Well, those guys jumped around Patrick Shelton, shoveled him out a little bit. Now he's back to the 4th spot. That moved Justin Lofton and Joey Logano up to 2nd, 3rd. Now we've got Toyotas. 1, 2, 3.
Yep, up in front.
That was definitely time to make that move.
The way easier time to pass is right on the restart, isn't it, Kenny?
Oh, if you can't pass them before they get going fast, how are you going to try to pass them later?
Justin Lofton goes high on the racetrack, and now Joey Logano makes the pass, moves into second. Here comes Patrick Sheltra trying to hold on to third.
Not sure what that was about.
We're hearing that the 6 car had to give that spot back. We're hearing that he passed on the left on the restart, so he had to give that spot back. And I would assume that means he's going to have to get behind Patrick Sheltra in order to be able to give that spot back, and now he has done that.
He was behind him when they went across the start-finish line, so I'm guessing in the officials' eyes, he gave it back, and now he's racing to take that position back again on the racetrack.
Here's a restart. Watch right of your screen. Now you cannot pass to the left until you get past the start-finish line. There he pulled to the inside. He started the pass, and then he went ahead and completed it. Now, had he not completed it, he would have been okay. But Joey Logano is really the beneficiary because he was able to get by Patrick Sheltra. He didn't do anything wrong, and Justin Lofton had to give the spot back to Patrick Sheltra, and that allowed Joey to move up to second.
Yeah, plus, like, the people behind Patrick weren't worried about letting him back in line, so he's actually fallen back a little farther.
Yeah, they didn't do an accounting and try to figure out where he was supposed to be.
Frank didn't say, well, just pull in here, you know.
Jim Trado, did he have an issue at the restart?
No, Patrick Sheltra's had a very good race. He was a bit surprised. There was chatter on the radio. I'm certain their crew was actually able to tell the ARCA officials what they thought of that maneuver, but indeed, to their benefit, they've had a really strong race car. They only pitted once about lap 30, did Patrick Sheltra. They came down, changed 4 tires, no adjustments. This is the same RCR car, former RCR car, that he finished 5th with in Talladega. And Kenny, you know firsthand, he's called Mr. Showtime on the short tracks. We'll see what he's got left here to show the fans.
Well, he's really made a lot of progress last year, and it's good to see him up there. It's going to be exciting.
Boy, James Busher is really making that car wide. It looked like Joey Logano had a bit of a run down the backstretch, and James was using up that racetrack. And again, that's nothing that nobody else would do. I mean, anybody else would have done as well. So looks like Joey Logano right now has a real strong car. Looks like he continues to get some momentum and some runs on James Busher.
8 laps of racing to go. James Busher trying to hold up the young Joey Logano, and Patrick Sheltra right behind him. Then it's John West Townley in that 0-9 running in the 4th spot again, trying to make their cars a little bit wider, moving all over the racetrack going down the backstretch.
Well, Justin Lofton, he was able to move to the outside. Ooh, we got a slow car in the bottom. Justin's going to try to get on the outside of John West Townley to try to take over that 4th spot.
Again, that's Ricky Carmichael in that 33 without a front end. The field gets ready to go by him.
A little side drafting going on. Justin Lofton pulled down right next to the 0-9 of John West Townley. Looks like he's going to be able to clear him to move into that 4th spot. As we watch from Frank Kimmel's on board. Frank back in 6th right now. John West in 5th. Both of those drivers in Fords. 2 Toyotas up front, and then Patrick Sheltra in a Dodge running 3rd.
Running back there in the 5th spot, that 09 of John West Townley. Jim, what are they talking about?
They're talking about survival today. They actually spun early in that first caution, and they really only had flat tires, and they came back through. The car was a bit tight early on, but in the realm of things, they've overcome already going to a backup from a practice crash. This is the car they ran here last year and at Talladega, and certainly they're looking for a good run for John West Townley. They think they have a decent piece. The primary was better, but he's, again,